It's visible, sir. Perfect.
Yes. Okay, thank you. So we have, I think we discussed, we have started on these 12 principles yesterday, where few of the principles, I think from, these were customer centric, mostly like priority should be given to the customers in the first principle. And whenever there is any change in the requirements, that should be, acknowledged, and there should be, you should welcome that particular requirement even late in the development. Okay. So we are helping the customers in that competitive advantage. We are delivering the software very frequently. Okay. And the business people and the developers must be, working collaboratively through the project. Okay. That's what actually, and these four things which I see, okay, from the four things, four principles, what I assume is like these four principles were mostly on the customer centric, from with respect to the business point of view. Okay, they want to help the business people, the customers. Okay, so I think these four are to those people, and if you come from the fifth onwards, it's mostly on the employees or the people who are working for the project. Okay, it could be right from the, the person who takes the requirements to till they deliver. Okay, the project manager, product owner, or who developer, whoever it is. So that's what actually I think it starts from the fifth point, where whatever the projects that you build, okay, these are from, should come from the motivated individuals. Okay, the environment, the organization should provide a good environment to them. Okay, and at the same time, they should also give the support what they require. Okay, they should have proper, what I say, like it's training to them or whatever. If they want to excel in their career, probably it should be a placeholder for them. Okay, so that's what actually is the fifth point. The sixth point is on to resolve or to have the information delivered to a particular person. Okay, one should have this face-to-face conversation. It doesn't mean that they should go and talk. It doesn't mean that they should have a online one-on-one or something. It's not limited to that. It could be anything. You can go and talk to them. You can, instead of mailing and back and forth and spamming the emails, it's better have a direct communication in any of the mode, or online or offline, or through mobile or a telephone, whatever. So that's one of the way of conveying the information so that we stand in the same page. Okay, and the working software is one of the important thing here. We are seeing the progress only. We see the progress. We say like, no, this, we have achieved something only by seeing the working software. Okay, it's not going to be a document or a PPT kind of thing. Okay, and not if we are not showing that particular working model or a prototype, what we have said yesterday. Okay, then that's of no use. Okay, so that's one of the thing. Yeah, yesterday like we had a discussion on the sustainable development. So I was even going through like what the sustainability is something, which has to be there, which has to be there even for the longer period of time. Okay, that's what actually the sustainability says. So when you say the sustainable development, it means uh, it's like delivering something, a software feature. Okay, that too constantly. Okay, at the regular intervals or a constantly or a long period of. So that's what actually the sustainable development means. Okay, that means like it sees the future. Okay, keeping in the mind the prospect that it has in the future, it will adjust its own steps in the present. Okay, so that's what actually this is how we are going to sustain, right? So if we say like how to sustain in the future, okay, then we have to take some measures in the present so that we can sustain in the future. Okay, if you say, okay, today like AI has come into picture, like what next is going to be, how to sustain in the IT company if the AI is going to come. Okay, then we will have a clear idea, like okay, how what to do, what action that we need to take today. Okay, so that we can live. Okay, we can sustain in the future. That's what actually means. So sustainable development in the sense something which can the development which is for a longer period of time. Like if you have that particular thought, okay, then you will be taking the steps right from the beginning itself. Okay, and it's not also this I have taken from the internet. So I was going through. So this is must be done without the loss of concentration with the team and without an increasing amount of errors due to fatigue or frustration. That means like we should not compromise on the quality, but at the same time, it doesn't mean that you have to, overburden yourself, stress yourself and stretch, okay, to a lot of extent and, and burning yourself out for this particular thing. No, it should be very balanced way. Like you have to uh, work, okay, you have to make sure that everything is in place and you are able to deliver at a constant pace till that particular thing is achieved. That's what actually the sustainable development together with constant pace means. Okay, did you get it? I mean, anything you want to add here?
Now, sir, it's much better. Now it's very
Yes,
clear
yes.
point.
Yeah, thanks for drilling here because like I was able to dip, have a deep dive into this one and see like how can I make you understand. Okay, good. Thanks for that.
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you, sir.
Then yeah, next thing is continuous attention. Yes, we have discussed like we should always see that we are upskilling our technical knowledge. Okay, or whatever skill set that we have to sharpen them. Okay, because like they're those technical skills, like why we are actually concentrating on the technical skills here, why not on other skills like managing the people or certain other type of things here, because our project or the customer, okay, the agile is mostly into developing something, right? So when you are developing something and that is on the technical part. So we should pay attention to developing that or upskilling that technology or skill set that we have. Okay. So every time you should make sure that you are aware of what trend, what technology is, is in the market, and you have to upskill that. Okay, because if you have the skill set, you will create, or you will design a very good prototype, whatever you say, and that will help you to get the agility. Okay, so you will be able to deliver very fast. Agility means here like you will be once you get the requirement, you will work on for few days, and will give you the feature or the product. Okay, if not, then it's going to take a lot of time. Probably by the time you release that particular feature in the market, it may be outdated. Okay, so that's what. So here sometimes I give an example of Nokia where when Android was into the picture or when Apple was there. Okay, maybe the Nokia was not paying that much attention at that particular time. Okay, and maybe it was having an I think it took a little a late decision to adapt to the current trend, but that is a failure, right? Somewhere it went fail. So I think the technical excellence is one thing, to enhance agility. So that example I can give, and yeah, very nice. Have you gone through this particular thing? Simplicity, the art of maximizing the amount of work not done is essential.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Can you
So did
explain this one? Yeah, can you explain this one, point 10?
sure, sure. Yeah, I will do. That's I will take it anyhow. But in the discussion, like if I have gone through, I will just say this. Okay, I will go with this example. Okay, if you are seeing my this thing slide. Okay,
Yes.
the code you write makes you a programmer. That's good. The code you delete makes you a good one. Okay, that means if you are efficient enough, okay, if you are skilled enough to understand what the program does, and if you're deleting something out of that particular program, then you're a very good programmer. Previously you were a programmer, but now you're a very good programmer. Okay, the code you don't have to write makes you a great one. Okay, hope you got it. So if you don't write that program, okay, if you are in a you are skilled enough to understand what is actually not needed, okay, and working on things which are required, okay, then that will make you a great programmer. Okay, hope you got it. So simple, in simple term, it means you have to put efforts where you can make the work simpler and easier, not wasting on the time which makes the work complex or harder. Got it? It's something like that. Okay, so it's better. Okay, you put your efforts. Okay, where the the things you can make it the things work very simple way. Okay, without having a lot of effort into the place. So that's what actually it means. It's here. Did you get it? I mean, are you able to understand, or it? So instead of going to, what actually it means is, yeah, here also I can say this. One of my most productive days was throwing away 1,000 lines of code. Okay, so something which is not required. Okay, something which is not required. If you are able to recognize that and you are not putting that, you are not putting effort in that. Okay, then that becomes, you are making the work simple and easy. That's what actually it means. Okay, so you should work in a such a way that it reduces the complexity, makes very much simple to work. Okay, and it makes more efficient. So I can say something like this. You can also give any inputs. Maybe like, yeah, in the Java program, like if you see like while coding something, right? Okay, there is unless maybe if you're writing a program and they like you haven't released the memory of the objects that you have created. Okay, okay. So you're unnecessarily creating unnecessary memory, right? That makes the program to work very slow. Okay, so instead, okay, make use of another technology that doesn't have any issue with the memory part, something like that. Okay, so work on that particular simple code of lines where you don't have to create that problem over here. So something like that. Did
Okay.
are you able
In
to?
that shall be more efficient about writing
Yeah,
code or anything, right?
something. Yes, yes. It could be anything. You are taking one path where like there are two paths to achieve your goal. Okay, the one if you take this particular route, probably yeah, a little complexities with ups and downs, but you will reach the goal. But there is another path, you can reach very simple, but there could be so many steps in between. I mean, I'm not just saying like the path can be anything, but if there is a very simple path, okay, and that makes your work easier, better take that approach instead of the first one. That's what it actually says. It's like even to say correlate here, okay. Like okay, fine. I will just say there, like getting the certification of the Scrum Master. Okay, I will take that example. Simplicity. There are two ways to achieve the get the certification here. One, get trained, prepare well, take the mock exams, score above 85%, then you feel confident, then go for exam. Okay, one thing. The other thing is get trained, find a person who can do that, give him money, and sit. You'll get the certificate. Which is a simple one.
Mm,
Simple, I mean to say. See, I don't want to say the hard work that you have put. I don't want to compare that. I don't want to compare on the confidence level that you have. I don't want to compare on other things. But something that is making your life easier with the simple steps, I think that's better to take that particular approach in Agile, in this particular thing, in Agile way of working, not in the real life. Maybe most of the people, what they do is, yeah, they take the simple step of, there are so many interviews that happen. In the COVID times, people were adopting to this proxy type where, someone was taking the interview, someone was answering, having a lip sync, and they were into the. So this happened, okay, altogether, whatever it is. That means like what they are doing here is, if something is which is very complex, and that can be done with very simple steps, then better take that approach. Okay, so in the agile process, they are saying to use particular way, where you need not work for longer hours or do for a continuous stretch, but achieve simple steps. That's what actually it means. Okay. Maybe my example may be a wrong one, but just I want to just correlate them. Did you get it?
Sir, how much certification course?
Certification is PSM is almost $200.
In the Indian currency, like 16,000, right, sir?
Yeah,
16.
883. Yeah, you can take 16.
16,000. Okay, sir.
And PSM is that, and CSM is something different actually. They do it for 2 days. Okay, they give you the take the seminar or classes from morning 9 to evening 6 o'clock, and they try to finish all the things. They stretch, and they will just make you certified Scrum Master. Okay, so that's different altogether. It is going to be somewhere in the hotel for 2 days, providing the lunch and all, which almost takes 25 to 30,000, and it works in that way. And it has to be renewed. CSM has to be renewed for every 2 years, whereas PSM is a lifelong. Once you write, that's it. You can just forget and go for the next one. Okay.
That is, you
So
are saying
that's
25,000 2 days, or saying, sir, right?
yes, CSM. CSM is from the Scrum Alliance. Okay. So the Scrum Alliance provides 2-day training by some Scrum certified trainer. Okay. And that takes place in a big hotel for 2 days, and after that they will conduct some exam and give you the certificate. Okay. After that, it's up to you how you go ahead with that. Okay. That is thing.
Is it
And
workful,
PSM
sir?
is something. Sorry.
Is it workful, sir? That is 2 days, and we get the certificate from that.
See, wonderful in the sense, I can see for 2 days, like you will understand everything, but to implement that, again, you need an experience. You should see someone who has done this, who is in that particular role and is doing. So that's one thing which is required. So after 2 days, it's up to your headache, like how to work after that.
Okay, sir. Sir, you are trying to
Work in the sense, workful, yes. 2 are validly, they are recognized across the globe. Okay, CSM and PSM1 are recognized all over the world. They are the only 2 certifying authorities. Okay, no other certificate is being recognized. Tomorrow, if DURGASOFT gives you some certified from here, they are not going to accept that, because those 2 authorities are different.
Okay, sir, got it. Sir, you are saying something PIMS.
PSM is from scrum.org. That once you do that particular certificate, it is valid for lifelong. Okay, it is a professional Scrum Master. PSM.
Okay, sir.
Fine, thank you. So this is about the simplicity. That means you need not put a lot of effort on the things which are not required. Instead, focus on the things which are simple and you achieve your goal. That's what the simplicity means. In the technology, in Agile working, it is assumed that you don't make the things complex and waste a lot of time. Instead, focus on the things on the technologies that deliver at a very constant, a very speed pace. Okay. And minimize the things which are not required. Okay. Remove the wastage. Okay. That's what actually the simplicity here means. Okay.
So particular point, just one thing here. So is that a Scrum Master responsibility or the person who is breaking down the requirement, right? So here we are talking about simplicity and the small portion of the code, or like break down the requirement in such a way like development will be very small, that can be delivered fast, right?
Right.
So is the Scrum Master responsibility, or is the person, like, I don't know whether it's a product
Yes.
owner or who is submitting that request?
Scrum Masters is responsible. It is not the Scrum Master responsibility, because Scrum Master doesn't have any technical knowledge on which technology to use. Okay, he is like a very normal person, like who can manage the project and all, but he is not a technical guy, so he will not be a deciding person. Okay, so it is mainly the duty of the SMEs, the architects. Okay, those who are present there, those who want to they are the people who decide on which technology they need to use, so that the work is easier. Okay, So you may have in your organization, we may have in our organization with the people who are good at Java, who may be good at UA, who may good, so many programming, they may be good at so many things. Okay, but whatever which suits that particular requirement and which can deliver very fastly, they will be the SMEs or the architects who who will decide on that. Okay, it's not the Scrum Master. Scrum Master is just going to be there to help coordinate, facilitate, remove the impediments and all. So Scrum Master job is to just sit in the conference. I mean, just I want to give an idea. You will be just sitting and seeing like what other people are doing. That's it. Okay. Suppose what actually his position in that particular meeting will be like to facilitate that meeting. Okay. Ask the people to come to that meeting. Okay. If there are any impediments from anything, okay, to communicate that to the particular team. Try to remove these impediments or the blockages. Okay. Make the work start, help
Sir,
the
where
team members.
you track that one, sir, that improvements? You put any risk log, something like that, or how do you maintain that risks, impediments you are saying? Where you will maintain?
Okay. Wherever as a Scrum Master, you're going to maintain. That's what
Yes,
we
sir,
are
yeah. Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. We actually maintain a particular Excel sheet, okay, that is called as risk management Excel sheet, okay. So there, like we put it, we generally discuss during the call, or it's going to be out in the retrospective. So we take it from the input from the team members and note it down. We take the action items and who is accountable for that. Okay, so these are going to be maintained in this particular.
Can you please
Risk
share
management.
that one, not the project one, just template and all? Will it be
Yes,
possible?
yes. Yes, sir. If you want the Excel sheet, probably I can give you.
Yeah.
No problem. So yes, so it's not the Scrum Master duty to decide on the technology to be used. It's to the developers, SMEs, or the architects. Okay, so it has not. His role is limited over there. Did I answer your questions, Shrav?
Yes, you did.
Yeah. So our role is very limited because now you are in the Scrum Master role, okay, in this particular training. So our role is we are not any deciding factor in all these things. We are just, the presence is required. Okay, that's it. So yeah, the best architectures, requirements, and designs, these emerge from the self-organizing teams. Okay. Now, see here, like for your question, who are actually going to decide how the design should be, which technology that should be used, or how the architecture is going to be there? This comes from the teams, and these teams are self-organizing teams. These people are not general teams. Okay, you are not going to decide for them. Not the project manager is going to decide for them. Not the product owner. It is the development team. Okay, the people who are working on that particular product. Okay, they are going to decide. Okay, so and even those teams should be self-organizing, self-managing. Okay, the freedom should be given to them. Okay, they should be able to take their own decisions. Okay, you should not be interviewing. Okay, in between their decisions, you should not influence unless otherwise asked. Okay, only to certain extent. Okay, Scrum Master role is very limited here. Maybe the product owner can, or if he has a technical knowledge, or if a Scrum Master has a technical knowledge, he can put forward his ideas. But it's up to the teams. Okay, it is a responsibility of the team to take the decisions. Okay, independent decisions. Okay, and because of that particular capability, the best designs are going to come. Okay, they are going to take from those requirements, and the architectures are going to come. So this all comes from the self-organizing. So make sure that your organization gives that power to the teams, okay, to have their own decisions, okay, and they should be self-organizing, okay. So that's what actually is expected in the Agile, actually, okay. Index 112. At regular intervals, the team reflects on how to become more effective, then tunes and adjusts its behavior accordingly, okay. So this one, so it is expected that for a team to perform well or to be more effective, they should adjust the way of their working, okay, the way how they work, okay, they should fine tune, okay, and they should adjust its behavior in the sense of how they are working at regular intervals. It's not that you do it now and later after 6 months you again come and meet and decide on what we have done, how we should change our way of approach to the work or to the people. No, at the regular intervals it should happen. You should meet, you should reflect, you should think, okay, you should retrospect on what went wrong and how you should change your, in whatnot, either in through the way you approach a particular issue or the conflicts that you had or whatever things, okay, you should fine tune your steps, you should adjust, okay. So these are all the things should happen regular intervals. So it is expected that as a team you need to retrospect a lot when a particular thing is happening, okay, and when you have delivered something. So these are all the 12 principles, and from interview point of view, mostly the people are not going to ask you all the 12. It's recommended that you have a knowledge on all these 12. Okay, you can say one or two, three. That's more than enough, because even they don't remember a lot. Okay, so even but all the 12 principles are not that easy to remember. But if you remember 3 to 4, that's more than enough. Okay. Okay, so these are the 12 principles, and we have coming up 4 values in the Agile. Okay, so okay, fine. So we have one number. Okay, so there are 4 values in the Agile manifesto. Okay, maybe like in your organization, our organizations where we are working, you might have seen like certain boards in your whenever you enter into your office, you have seen your mission, our values, our this thing and that. Like, do you see that? Maybe like if you have noticed, you please go and read once. Like, what is their actual mission is there? What values your company is founded upon? Okay, what is their goal altogether? So here also, like we have the 4 values on which the Agile manifesto is built upon. Okay, so something like this. Okay, fine. So let's go with the first one. Individuals' interactions over processes and tools. Okay, so the Agile gives more importance to the individuals and the interactions that happen between these individuals. Okay, so the individuals doesn't mean the only the people who are working for the particular product. It's also the people who are giving you the particular project to work on. Okay, so the individuals and the interactions that happen between them is very important, because as it said, we should have whenever there is you want to convey the information, we should have at least a face-to-face conversation to convey the information. Okay, so the interaction should happen, because unless there is an interaction, the exchange of ideas, the beliefs won't happen. Okay, and it is saying these should happen over process and tools. It is not saying that process and tools are not important. It is saying over the process and tools, you should give more importance to individuals and interactions. Okay, here it is nowhere said that 100% you should allocate importance to the individuals and interactions. No, sir. It is always over. If you see all the 4 values here, you see the over, not individual interaction, but not process and tools. It's not like that. Okay, so please remember this. We should always give importance to the individuals and interaction, not process over the process and tools. Okay, not process and tools. So when you say process and tools, what we have? Maybe the tools that you are using for communication, for interactions. Okay, let us say today, like you have got a teams in your industry, okay, in your organization, and we are using that particular tool, or maybe Zoom that you have been using that. Okay, and tomorrow if the particular tool is not there, okay, will you stop interacting with one another? No, we should not. Okay, so it means whatever we should give importance to these things, but not to the technology that we are using for that one. Okay, you can go and directly and talk to them. If it doesn't happen, try to find some other way and do that interaction. Okay, and give importance to the people who are working on that. So that's what actually the first point says. Anything here? even with the process. Don't be so much stringent on the particular process. Some people, maybe previously, before this Agile came into picture, they were so much adhering to the process and policies. Okay, so any deviation from that, you will be punished. So it should not be like that. So that's what the first point says. So give importance to the individuals and interactions. Okay, the next one. If you have any questions, you can talk in between, not an issue. Working software over comprehensive documentation. Very good. See, if you have seen the discussion right from yesterday, the first 1 to 4 points were of the customer related. And it was also saying that the working software is a primary measure of progress. Okay. So working software is the most important thing. It's not it is over the comprehensive documentation. And it is also not saying that not to have the documentation. You should have the documentation. Documentation to a minimal extent is okay. Okay. Not that you spend how much time you spend for coding, and if you spend the same time on the documentation, that's mere waste of time. Okay. So it's not required to have very comprehensive documentation. The documentation which is okay, for that software, if you can understand that part of the documentation is fine. So it is saying that avoid the maximum comprehensive documentation, instead have a minimal documentation that will suffice. Okay. So I generally give an example in this way, like whenever you go for buying certain mobile to buy a mobile, okay, and you ask for a mobile phone, okay, and that guy shows you a booklet and he asks you to read that particular document, like how it functions. Will you take that mobile? You won't take that mobile, right? You'll ask for like how actually the mobile is going to work. Does it have all the features in it? Can I first of all scroll sometime, or how fast is responding with my finger touch? That all the things you will be looking into it, right? So you are looking for a working software. Okay, you need a documentation only when there is some problem is there. Suppose like you are in a home and you're using that and suddenly it got stuck and you don't know what to do. Today, like you might have got YouTube, you might have, you can search over there. But if you got before that, you had at least some paper, a leaflet, and how it works and how to troubleshoot. So that documentation was okay but generally the working software is what actually the customer will be interested in, not on how you documented that thing and all, right? So the documentation is for our purpose, for technology people that can be helpful. Okay. But even that too, comprehensive is not required. It's minimal. Okay. So in your organizations, do you ask your people, as a developer, do you document a lot, or do you document to a certain extent where everyone can understand how it goes?
For us, like same, the second value, working software, we prefer more working software than the documentation.
Yes.
Documentation is nothing but like just a manual. For example, when we buy some product, how they will give 1 or 2 pages of
Yes.
manual, the same
True.
kind.
True. Got it. Yes. So in the similar lines, yes, exactly. So working software is given more importance than this particular comprehensive document. Next, customer collaboration. So customer collaboration is very important than, over a contract negotiation. Again, when the customer comes in between, we have studied that, right? We have gone through that particular point where even in the late stage of development, when there is a changing requirement, okay, then you should, take that. Okay, you should work on it. There should be some collaboration which is happening with the customer. Okay, if you don't take that and say like, no, we can't take this particular change requirement in the middle of the work, and and ask him to go back and refer to the contract that we had in the beginning of the project. Okay, we will work according to that particular contract, and we are not going to accommodate your requirement in this particular phase of project. Then that customer is not going to because he is spending so much of time and money on that particular thing. Okay, if you say that, he will be a little bit disappointed. Not little, he will not at all turn up next time. So this point says, you should work with the customer, the business people and the developers, should collaborate, should work together, right, throughout the project and that to daily. So that's what actually is said. So the customer collaboration is very important over a contract negotiation. That means contract negotiation, again, it's like, with a set of conditions, terms, okay, all those things. You should not, give much importance to terms and conditions here. Instead, help the customers, work with them and try to give the product that they want. So that's what actually the customer-centric point is. Next thing is responding to a change or a following plan. Yes, the same with third and fourth are mostly the same. Instead of following a plan, saying that, I'm in this particular design phase in the requirement and again in the testing implementation phase, I am not going to take the change request. I will not do that. Then it's better. We should not do like that. Having a rigid plan is it's not at all apt in this agile work. Okay. Instead, respond to the change. Okay. Acknowledge the change. Say that, okay, I will take time on it and work on it and I will give you the result. So instead of following a rigid plan, respond to that particular change, acknowledge and work on. So these are the four values upon which, the other frameworks have their own values and got derived from here. So these are the basic things which have come. Okay. So in all these four values, if you see, all the left hand side or over okay, they should be given more importance than this one. Okay, it is not mentioned that 100% you should give importance to a certain extent. To 80%, that's fine. At 20%, the right hand side. Okay, over to the left and right. So these are the four things. And anything you want, any doubt you
On a
have?
contract negotiation, can you just throw some light?
So here,
Contract example.
yes. So I mean to say here, so in generally, if we go before the project is getting started, right? So we have certain documents, upon which both the parties are going to agree upon. Then only, like, it is called as SOW, a statement of work. Okay. So where the two parties are going to, agree to a common term and they will say that, okay, fine. So with these particular conditions, this development team is going to work, and with this particular thing of what the client or the customer wants. Okay, so they are going to have mutual agreement on this one, or the negotiation part. So that is called as a contract negotiation. So statement of work is that. So even but actually what is expected here in the agile is when the customer comes and asks for something, if you say like, no, as per our contract part or as per what is agreed upon, we are going to work only on that and we're not going to take up your work. Okay, no, that is not, we can't welcome that. Instead, you try to talk or have a collaboration with the customer. Okay, see that the way you respond, okay, it's helping the customer instead of following a very rigid rule of your SOW or contract, this thing. Okay, so that's what actually it says. Give importance to the customers. Okay, and the collaboration with them. Then saying going with this particular contract part, that agreements part. Okay, so that's what actually is about the part. So yesterday, I think when you said like, sir, why can't you go ahead with the 30 days training? Why can't? So I think are you or the one who has asked me the last class or day before? Maybe, I don't know. Sorry if you are not the person. So whatever. So in this particular thing, in the agile way, we give a lot of importance to the customers than on the rigid rules or the fixed contracts that we have. Okay, that's what actually it says. The third point. Okay. Okay, I'm just unshared. I will share the screen once again. Give me. Okay, let me If you're able to see the screen, let me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Fine. Okay, fine. So we will just come here, and before that, I would like to give you one thing on the Scrum guide. Please download this one. Okay. So the Scrum guide is 2020 Scrum guide. Okay. Please download this. Okay. It's of 14 pages. I seriously, sincerely, whatever, I recommend you to download and take a print of it. Okay. It's not just taking the download on your, but I usually, generally suggest people take a printout of that one and take a pen or a sketch or whatever, highlighter, whatever it is, and go through it. Whenever you go going through it, whatever the important point that we discuss, you underline them, make it as an important. Okay. So by the end of the course, you should have everything scribbled on that 14 pages. Then only you will know. You will go. I mean, you will have the good knowledge on this the Scrum. Okay. Fine. If you're able to download, please download it and have a printout. Okay. So that is the link which I have given. Hope you got it, or you just confirm you are able to access that particular link.
Yes.
Yes, sir. It's successfully downloaded.
Fine, thanks. Okay. So scrum.org is one of the, where the PSM1, okay, these people are going to provide you the PSM1 certificate. You can explore that particular website and go through each and everything, okay. So that will be, you have a lot of things over there, resources, you can take the practices, tests and all. So once we complete this 14 pages of the Scrum guide, okay, I think parallelly we can start that exam assessment part. Then you can answer a lot of questions. I can say, even the first exam, maybe it will be not tough, you may feel, but after that, it's going to be, you can score more than 85%. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so let us start today on the first definition of the Scrum guide, Scrum definition. We'll take that, and tomorrow onwards, like you start everything related to the Scrum. Okay. Okay, fine. So the Scrum guide, the Scrum definition as per the Scrum guide. Okay. Now your interview, whenever you ask something, right? That's what actually I generally uh, say to the people or to the students over here. Whenever an interview asks you a question, okay, the answer should be starting, as per the Scrum guide, please. Okay. Don't say that, something which is not as per the Scrum guide. Please start with the words as per the Scrum guide. This is the thing which is happening, or this is recommended in the Scrum guide. These people are accountable as per the Scrum guide. Okay, these people are responsible for this one. Okay, you can, when you say that word, okay, it actually gives a lot of weightage. Okay, even the interviewer feels, man, this person is having a very good knowledge on the Scrum guide, and he knows in and out of the Scrum, and he knows all the principles or whatever, what are the events, what are things which are present in the Scrum as defined in the Scrum guide. And I can say literally you will be 80%, you will be in a winning note. Okay, that's what I can say. Okay, so make sure that we will, when we go through this particular interview type of questions, we will discuss there. But anyhow, we will go with the definition today. Okay, understand each and every word in this one and try to have a good understanding. Okay, from today onwards. Okay, if anyone asks what is a Scrum, okay, you should mention, okay, as a part, as per the Scrum guide. Okay, the Scrum is a lightweight framework. Okay, I have highlighted this one. I have highlighted this lightweight framework, okay, in red color, because I got a very bitter experience when I was just giving the answer. I said like Scrum is a methodology, and I started giving the answer. And then the first question after that, he said, okay, fine, we will meet in the. He said like, okay, we will come back to you. That's it. And I asked him like, can you give me the feedback, like what happened? He said the only thing is Scrum is not a methodology; it is a framework. Did you get it? So we get confused, maybe because we are nervous, whatever it is, for whatever reasons, whatever you are answering, that should be very correct. Okay. So please, I have highlighted my experience over here. Okay. So Scrum is a lightweight framework. Very good. So if it is a framework, that means it has certain rules and regulations. Like a framework is something which is a set of rules and set of conditions. So it is a lightweight framework. Okay. That's good. But what it does actually, this helps the people, the teams, and the organization. Right. Very nice. So this is going to help the people. First thing, the people who are going to use, okay, the people who are going to benefited by making use of this one, the teams, okay, you are implementing this particular Scrum, and the organizations, okay, and how they are helping by generating a value, okay, they are creating a value, okay, through adaptive solutions for a complex problems, okay, for any complex problem, okay, which a customer has or which a particular, even in our daily life, if you have a very complex problem, okay, it is going to provide you a solution that is adaptive in nature. That means what? It is not a one fixed solution. It's not like a tap like thing. If something is loose and you fit it, that's it. No, it is going to provide an adaptive solution. Okay, you can change your solution as per the requirement or as per the conditions which are there at that moment. Okay, and it is going to generate a value out of this solution that you give. Okay, so in that way, the Scrum is helping all these people by creating a value for those complex problems by its adaptive solutions. Okay, did you get it? So it is a framework. Again, it is a framework. Again, it is a lightweight framework. What do you mean by lightweight framework? Lightweight. It's very easy to understand, not that complex one. Okay, you will not make, these are no many complicated processes which are involved here. Not a complex system. It's a very lightweight with very few simple processes, and it makes the work very easy. Okay, once you adapt this one, okay, you can easily bring a lot of value. Okay, for whatever problem it is. So please remember this one. It's a very lightweight framework that helps the people, the team, the organization, generate a value for this adaptive solution for a complex problems. Okay, am I clear? Did you understand what I'm saying, or do you need any understand?
No, sir, definition is clearly understood.
Yes. So in that way, we are providing the solution to any type of complex problem. And then how you are providing a solution to a complex problem, that we will discuss in the training period. Okay. So in your daily life also, if you have a lot of problems, any complex problem, try to divide that complex problem into smaller problems. Okay, your problems will be there anyhow. Okay, we are not going to run away from that. We have to face that particular problem. Okay, and how we deal with the problem is an important thing. Okay, the Scrum also in our organizations or in the way of working or in the agile way, wherever it is, it is going to provide a solution to those type of complex problems in a very adaptive way. Okay, so that's what actually is all about Scrum. So today, like, I would like to stop here, and tomorrow we will go ahead with all the other things. Okay, so I want you to download this particular Scrum guide, take the printout of that one. If you don't, if you're not so much uh, worried about the paper printing and all, you take it. I recommend. If you have tabs, that's okay. You can you will have the anyhow. But just take it, underline everything, whatever you are reading, just try to underline that, give importance to something which I highlighted in the red color. Okay, that's what I want to say. And tomorrow we will meet at 9 o'clock. Any questions so that I can take it up?
Sir, tomorrow 9 o'clock?
No, why 9? No. What time they said?
No, just I'm asking which time, because
Same
for
time.
the past 2-3 days we're taking 8 p.m., right? So that's why
8
I'm
to
just
9 only.
asking.
This time only it will be there. 8 to 9
Yeah,
only.
okay.
No other
Perfect.
times will be 8. So because for this batch it's 8 to 9. Maybe in the next batch we can see from 9 to 10. That's a different thing. But it's 8 to 9. Okay. So anything from yes,
what is the impedance, sir? You are saying
impediments are nothing but blockages, something which is stopping you to work. You are working on something, and there is something which is blocking your work. You are not able to go ahead. You are from an IT background, Naga. I see Naga is
yes,
so
sir.
you are working on which technology?
Yeah, cloud, sir. Cloud.
Yeah, there should be some. If you are working on one of the cloud technologies, and maybe something you are not able to restart, okay, because of or there is something which is stopping you, maybe configuration part, or there should be something that you need to get from some other people, which is not happening. No, that is an impediment that is stopping your work. Okay, so anything that blocks, stops your work, okay, hinders the progress. Okay, then any type of a serious issue which has to be addressed very soon. That there is an impediment. Okay, so
That means-
it has to be
Is
addressed.
that a Scrum Master responsibility to get this one resolved quickly, or like developers and tester can also get that one done?
Yeah, as per the Scrum guide, the team should be self empowered to take their own this thing. Okay, but if needed, the Scrum Master actually in real time, yes, Scrum Master should take the lead and try to resolve that particular thing or remove the impediment, approaching with various, talking to so many whatever the teams involved in that one. Okay, but his presence should make everyone self power empowered. That's what actually the Scrum guide says. But in the real time, what they do is the developers come to the Scrum Master and say, like, see, I'm not getting the credentials on the DB team. I need something else. It is blocking my. Then the Scrum Master should pitch in, work, and try to remove that particular impediment. But in general, if you go ideally, the Scrum Master should make them more powerful. They should be more self-organizing, managing, but it won't happen.
So till now, like I'm just trying to because all these things a dev lead or test lead can do. What is the role of a Scrum Master then?
Okay, so as I said again, as per the Scrum guide, he is the person who takes care of, who helps the product owner, who helps the teams. Okay, these are the things as a part of the process. Like he has to facilitate all the events. Okay, in the Scrum. Okay, he should abide the what is written in the Scrum guide and do accordingly. Okay, he is the person who follows the Scrum whatever is mentioned as per the Scrum guide. So you should enforce the team to follow that. Okay, you should make sure that everyone does as said in the Scrum guide. Okay, you not you should enforce in the sense you should not be like a strict guy, asking them to do, otherwise you will be punished. No, but you should give that information to them. You should what you say, mentor, coach them, and how to all these things. The Scrum Master has to. He should make aware of these agile principles. He should make aware of the Scrum events, conduct all these type of things. Okay, coach them on the Scrum. Okay, mentor them, help them. So many things are involved here.
So if say like there is a team of 15-member team or like 10-member team, then and there is one Scrum Master. So when everybody is working, like there is a task distributed, developers doing the development, testers testing it. What Scrum Master is doing during that time?
Okay. First answer to your question. Let us divide this into two questions. First, the Scrum team is not more than 10. Okay, it's not going to be more than 10 people. So if it is a 10 or fewer only, the Scrum team is going to be formed. Okay, there will be one Scrum Master. The product owner can be one product owner, one Scrum Master, and development team is going to be there. Okay, if the development team are going to do their work, or the tests are going to do their work. Okay, so the Scrum Master role is to see that he is conducting all the events as per the Scrum guide. Okay, he is reporting to the product owner. Okay, he's helping the product owner in whatever things that he needs. Okay, he will be helping the development team in parallel for whatever things they need. Okay, he will also make sure that all the events are happening at correct time and correct place. He will also make sure that the tool that they are using, it could be Jira, it could be anything. Okay, they are updating their tasks, they are giving their status. Okay, the daily scrum which is there, okay, that should happen. So he will see that that particular process or the events are happening as per what the Scrum guides mentioned. Okay, so he maybe we can say like if he got only one team, yes, he can sit idle for few hours in a day. But if he gets two teams, then he will be a little busy. Okay, but he will be working with the project owner, so project manager at the same time, pulling the reports and showcasing like, how the team is progressing towards the sprint goal. Okay, and you can also have interactions with the stakeholders together with the project manager. You will be involved in the discussions as well. So there will be not many things which will be happening apart from this one. In a day, if you take a day, so right from the morning to evening, you will be involved in so many meetings. Okay, not just helping the team and all. Apart from that, you will be involved in so many things. In the backlog refinement meeting will be there. Okay, he will be involved with the product owner and discussing on so many things. He will be with the project manager, with the stakeholders or business analysts, whatever. So he will be involved in all these meetings regarding to that particular project. Also with the sprint, which is of is 2 weeks duration or 4 weeks duration, he'll make sure that everything is in place and nothing is going out of their this thing. So he has a lot of work to do with all these people. I mean, his work is to facilitate all the things with all the people. Okay, everyone gets their own this thing. So he will be there to help in general.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
It is easy, but it is not that easy. I mean, if you say like we can say like it looks very easy, but at the same time he has a lot of responsibilities. He's like a big brother in the home who knows how to deal with the parents. He also knows how to deal with the kids, his younger ones, right? So something like that. Okay, in general, I'm saying. So those who that's what actually I give a reference, example, a big brother type of or a big sister, a person who is close with everyone and get the things done without no one getting offended. So something like that. You should support the team. Okay, you should also mentor the team. You should coach them. You should if needed to whatever. So only thing is the project manager is going to be a little above to him, so he has to report to that guy. He may not be involved, but Scrum Master will be with all the people.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, right. Okay, fine. Any questions I can take for a few minutes and
Sir, blockage means gaps, am I right, sir?
not gaps. See, let me say, just I'll give an example. Something is blocking your work. Okay, that means you're not able to progress in your work. Let us take, I'm a Java programmer. I'm writing something. I need a database access. Okay, those people are not giving. That is blocking my work now. So that is a block. So as a Scrum Master, you need to talk to those people and try to get this.
Okay, sir, got it.
Maybe
And,
you are working with a cloud environment, but you are not getting the cloud environment access. So someone has to coordinate with that team and help you to get the credentials for logging into the cloud environment, something like that.
Okay, sir, got it.
Yeah.
And one more point, if any interviewer asks, then according to our Scrum guide, and we can tell that they will understand he has some experience and he has some knowledge under Scrum and Agile methodologies. Am I right?
Yes, exactly. See, that's what actually you can't give answers as how you understand. Okay, that should be as per the Scrum guide, right? You might have understood in a different way, and if you explain that, maybe it may not meet his answer. Okay, his expectations. So always give a relevance how actually it is there in the Scrum guide, then answer your question. Okay, answer that question.
Okay, sir. Got it. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Okay, fine. So Shravan, thanks. Thank you, Naga, Carlos, Shravan, Vamshi. We'll meet tomorrow and have a discussion.
Thank you,
Maybe
sir.
from
Okay,
just
tomorrow 8,
inquire with them. Yes,
tomorrow 8 p.m., sir. Tomorrow 8 p.m.
8 p.m. I think it's going to be again. I just inquire whether it's a paid thing, whether the real thing starts from tomorrow. Once you paid, I think you can get an access to it. Just inquire with them. Okay.
Okay.
Once
So
the paid
one
thing.
question.
Yes.
So also the question is to know, I mean, you say the Scrum guy will be doing other stuff while the team is working. So who is responsible to actually build the product backlog and so on?
Yes. Yeah, we will go through each and every role and their accountabilities. Okay. And we will discuss in detail like who is accountable for what. Okay. So for different events, different people, different teams are accountable. Okay, for product backlog, someone is responsible for sprint backlog, for daily scrums, okay, events, for sprint retrospective, sprint reviews. So like we have lot many events happening and lot many people are responsible for this one. So we will discuss in thoroughly once the course commences. So probably from tomorrow onwards, it's going to be a real thing, maybe the paid version. You just inquire with the team, like we will discuss on that, Carlos. Yes.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
How many days classes happen? How many days?
It happened from 20 to 25 days. It is going to be.
Okay, 20 days. And class started today. First session today, sir. Or?
No. Actually, the first happened. The first demo type of thing happened on the Saturday, and later from Tuesday onwards, Tuesday, Wednesday, this is Thursday. This is the third class. Okay, so we're just going through the Agile principles, and today, like we have started on the Scrum. So it's the recordings will be posted in the shared drive. I think you can ask for the access.
Okay. Okay, sir.
You can refer back once. Yes.
Sir, can you? I have joined in the middle. Can you show me first that is
Yeah.
12 principles? Just one referring, not
What you want to what you want me to show?
first
Slide.
first slide, sir.
Oh, okay, got it.
Just not explaining, just
Yeah. No, actually, we were discussing on this waterfall model. Okay,
Okay.
what actually the waterfall model? Before that, we were discussing on how the important, like how the job role is. Okay, what is your career path after that? What is the demand in the market as of now? We're discussing on what you can do after being into the role. Okay, then what actually required to be a Scrum Master. Okay, then how much salary that you can expect 2 times. Okay, that's more. And what roles you can do after that? How can you progress? So that was we have discussed. We have discussed on this Scrum framework how actually it looks and what role the Scrum Master plays. Okay, so we were discussing on this thing and how much jobs we have currently. Okay, as on 2nd December and PSM1, CSM certificates that we are talking just now. Okay, and the Agile, how actually waterfall differences between waterfall model and Agile model. And we have discussed the pros and cons of the disadvantages of waterfall model. And then we have come into Agile. Okay, so there were 12 things in the Agile, so that we have discussed. Okay, so these are just 12 principles which we have discussed till now. Yesterday we have started yesterday, and today we have completed these 12 principles and 4 values. So yeah, tomorrow onwards we will start with the Scrum.
Okay. And we will get those recordings as well, sir. Previous sessions.
Yeah,
also.
yes, I think yes, they will provide. You just ask DURGASOFT team; they are going to help.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Got
Thank
it.
you, thank you, Naga. Yeah, thank you, Carlos.
Thank you, sir. Thank
We'll
you.
meet in the next class. Yes, thank you.